More school districts moving to at-home learning this Friday. Hey, thank you for joining us this midday. I'm Sonia Azad. Well, first it was Dallas County, and today Collin County Schools making it official. Schools and students will not start school on campus this fall. Go to our app and vote now. We want to know, what do you think? How should students and teachers return to school this fall, online or in person? As you vote, we're going to get right out to Hannah Davis with the latest on the announcements and possible new state guidelines. Hannah?
Yeah, good morning, Sonia. So this is kind of breaking news right now. The TEA just handed down some additional guidelines. I'm literally pulling up my email that was just sent out from the TEA. I'm going to go over for you guys what we're now hearing from the state agency, the Texas Education Agency. So this is what they're saying. This is guidelines for statewide. They say school systems will now be able to temporarily limit access to on-campus instruction for the first 4 weeks of school. After the first 4 weeks of school, a system can continue to limit access to on-campus instruction for an additional 4 weeks if needed, but that requires board-approved waiver request to the TEA. So essentially what's that saying? It sounds like a lot of jargon. It's saying that districts across the state can limit their education to online only for those first couple of weeks. After that, if they want to continue to do that for another 4 weeks, they have to get approval from the TEA. So this is really big news and kind of guidance for, I think, people across the board in the state of Texas. Here in North Texas, we've already seen districts really start to make decisions. I want to show you what folks are doing here. Just this morning, we heard from several people here in North Texas, specifically Collin County, that decided what they are going to do with that. Let me show you these districts right now. These are Allen ISD, Plano ISD, McKinney ISD. They all announced that they're going to start with virtual classes only for the first few weeks. Frisco actually made the same call last night. This also after Dallas County announced districts in its area wouldn't be allowed to reopen in person out of the gate as well. Now, Collin County has not issued a mandate. Instead, districts are making the call on their own. In Dallas County, though, County Judge Clay Jenkins announced that all districts in Dallas County are going to delay their in-person education until after at least September 7th. That means districts can still start on time, but all instruction will have to be online for the first few weeks. This as COVID cases continue to rise in our area. Dallas ISD has said they haven't made a decision yet on whether to start online classes on the original start date in August or to push back the first day altogether, like we've actually seen other districts do. Some of those are Cedar Hill, DeSoto, Lancaster, and Duncanville. They've all decided not even to start school until after Labor Day. Local teachers seem to really support this move by the county, saying it gives them some peace of mind that there will be more time for case numbers to go down and districts to come up with firm plans.
I love the kids that I work with, but at the same time, I'm not willing to risk my life or my family's life to go back into the classroom.
So our crews talked to several educators yesterday. I went through the footage. Nearly all of them really applauded this decision, saying we don't need to rush back to in-person education. Instead, take your time and make sure that you're doing it right. Now, one other big area in North Texas, of course, is Tarrant County. Officials tell us that they're going to be meeting with superintendents all across that area today to decide what makes the best sense for them. We'll see if they look at these TEA guidelines and if that influences their decision. But as soon as we know more, Sonia, of course, we'll bring it to all of you. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Yeah, Hannah, thank you so much. We know that this is a fluid situation. We have, as a result, got a full list of local districts and their plans. That list is being updated as each district makes its announcements or any changes. So if you want to know what your district is doing, you can text the word school to this number, 214-977-6028. And with plans constantly changing, of course, it's not just classes on the mind. There are also extracurricular activities. Dallas County's order putting those on hold until September as well. So with more on the timeline, here's Ariel Placencia.
Yeah, so under Dallas County's new orders, no extracurricular activities can happen until those campuses reopen. So no football, no band, and ultimately that means that these high school football matches, some of them were scheduled to be played pretty early on in the season, like these two behind me, those aren't going to happen on the dates that they were originally scheduled for. And I don't think it's any secret for most of us, we don't even want to think about a fall here in North Texas without football. But here's the problem. We're about 6 weeks from that 2020 season, and the way things that are looking right now, Not looking so good. We've already seen COVID-19 shut down so many sports. Now, we did talk to Dr. Philip Wong. He's Dallas County's Health and Human Services Director. We talked to him live on Daybreak this morning, and we asked him, what are the odds we're going to see activities like high school football happen in the fall? Well, he said it's all going to depend on those numbers and how things go over the next 6 weeks. And obviously, it's something that they're going to be closely monitoring. Now, it's also no secret that sports bring in a lot of money. I mean, without college football, many schools are unfortunately in danger of taking quite the financial hit this year, and some might have to cut some athletic programs. And actually, more than a dozen colleges have already eliminated at least one sport due to budget cuts. Take Stanford, for example. The university sadly cut 11 of their 36 teams. Now, we sat down with Ren Baker. He's the athletic director at the University of North Texas, and he's hoping that UNT can avoid a situation like Stanford.
Because if the numbers stay where they are today, it's hard for me to envision us playing this fall. We could probably get through a fall at North Texas because we do have a little bit put away. We cut a lot of expense, but if we don't play at all, it's going to be a difficult situation.
So if we really want to fall with football, school officials, health officials saying that something has to change in the next 6 weeks. Those numbers have to get better, and it's going to start with those daily positive cases. That's the very latest. I'm Ariel Placencia.